Modern productivity is this idea where being a human isn't enough. You're told you need to optimize everything, your sleep, your diet, even your breathing, because apparently breathing wrong is why you aren't a millionaire yet. Let's face it, we've all become prisoners to this cult of efficiency. And the worst part, it doesn't even work. It's like setting yourself on fire to stay warm. But hey, who needs sanity when you can have an extra 3 seconds saved on folding socks? Whatever happened to just being? Now we've made it into a competition of who can stay busy the longest in this world of growth hacks. How to fold a shirt in 30.7 seconds using the X method. If you're not doing it this way, then are you even living? And don't get me started on the sleep tracking apps. We've reached a point where you can't even get a good night's rest without a constant stream of data showing how many times you woke up, how many times you were in REM sleep, and how many steps you took while you were still asleep. It's like we're trying to optimize our lives to such a degree that we've forgotten how to just live. Everywhere you look, someone's selling you a life hack to squeeze every last drop of productivity out of your day. On one side of the coin, you've got people waking up at 4 a.m. to meditate, journal, and perform Olympic-level stretches, which is both brave and very healthy. However, on the other side of the coin, productivity has become a twisted performance. There is a whole genre of people online who share hacks for mundane tasks like how to make your bed under 30 seconds, or top 5 growth hacks to maximize your toothbrushing efficiency. And we're all watching this like it's gospel. It's laughable. Why do we do this? Cognitive dissonance might explain a lot here. We're constantly told that being productive equals being valuable, even happy. So when we're burnt out, exhausted, and secretly miserable, we can't admit that this whole productivity gospel might be a scam. Instead, we double down, convincing ourselves that this next trick, this new habit, will finally bring us happiness. It's like trying to patch a sinking ship with more water. Doesn't make sense, but it sure keeps us busy. The hedonic treadmill is this idea that no matter how much we achieve or optimize, we quickly get used to it and crave more. You finally organize your inbox to zero. Thrilling, but soon that becomes your new normal, and you need another source to get some dopamine hits. So you look for another hack and another, each one promising the dopamine rush that lasts about as long as it takes to finish a cup of coffee. Productivity isn't making us happy, it's just turning us into productivity addicts, always chasing that next fix. What else can signify the fervor of a soul strained beneath the yoke of relentless duty, forced to prove its worth not by joy or creation, but by the rigid standards of a world that measures existence in deeds completed and hours conquered? The spirit that once breathed freely, now chained to the ceaseless wheel of progress, learns to survive in stillness and in suffering, bearing the demands of industry as one bears the winter's cruelest chill, numbly, grimly, and with patience that is neither passive nor willing. This work, this ceaseless dance of duty and reward, this devotion to productivity as though it were salvation, might it be nothing more than a grand illusion, a theater of falseness and fleeting rewards, and yet the spirit knowing this labors on, for it finds that there is no other path forward than to toil. The very cycle and its unending repetition becomes a dark rite of survival and perhaps the soul's peculiar form of rebellion against the emptiness of idle existence. Thus, life becomes a weary exultation of strength regained, a grim triumph in the face of relentless demand, a dance with the shadows of purpose and achievement, the fleeting hope of mastery over one's own restless will. For while horizons may be narrowed, goals imposed and paths constrained, still the spirit breathes in defiance, embracing the rhythm of this cycle, and in so doing hopes for meaning, and so the cycle forever repeats. Remember the importance of being over doing. Maslow warned against a life consumed only by the base needs of survival and competition. He proposed the idea of self-actualization, embracing creativity, love, and spontaneity, rather than purely achieving. Consider dedicating moments of your day not to getting things done, but to simply experiencing life without the needs to quantify or optimize it. In these pauses, you might discover the true essence of fulfillment. Alan Watts believed that life was too short to be taken so seriously, to embrace the absurdity of it all. Life should be viewed as a play, not a grim march towards productivity. In his view, the search for constant improvement is part of life's absurdity. Try approaching productivity with a sense of humor, treating it as a game you can step in and out of rather than a rigid duty. Laugh at the quirks of this endless quest for efficiency, And remember that sometimes the most liberating act is to let go. Because here's the thing, maybe productivity isn't about adding more to our lives. Maybe it's about learning when to stop. Like Alan Watts said, the meaning of life is just to be alive, and maybe that's the best optimization we'll ever get. The radical act of just being okay with the here and now.